Welcome back to the VR Rapture. Sorry we've been gone for so long. You know, the pandemic's taken its toll on a lot of us, including this channel. But we're coming back strong. Shelby's here with us today. He's normally behind the scenes, but will be joining us for the unboxing of an RTX 3080 Ti and a water block installation. Just want to remind everybody to go over to Aperture Computers on Instagram. They have these now in stock. We have it on loan for this video, but go to Aperture Computers, get your custom water-cooled build today with the 3080 Ti. What do you think about this, Shelby? Excited about it?
I am. I'm very excited to see how this even is wrapped in its own little packaging, how it comes to us. Cut it open, that fresh smell.
New fresh electronics smell. Yes. Let's actually start with opening the water block this time. We normally, every other build we've ever done has been with EK water block. This time we decided to go with an Alphacool water block. So it'll be interesting. Ooh. Slice any beautiful packaging there might be in home. We've got wonderful popcorn. Yeah, popcorn.
He gets to clean it up afterwards. Might as well make it faster.
I thought you were a set manager.
You know.
Oh wow, that is crazy heavy. I want you to feel this.
All right.
Feel that.
What's that? 25 pounds?
About 25. It's definitely at least 5 pounds.
It's pretty solid too.
That's incredible weight. I don't know that any
I can see why
blocks
they
are
make
that
so
heavy.
much foam, because there is no other packaging. It feels like the whole piece is like right here.
So yeah, this is the ISO block. This is supposed to be for the 3080, 3090, and even though it doesn't directly specify it, it is for the Ti as well, at least that's what we've been reassured of. Had to double check that, because they are not made in the United States. Whoa, look at this.
The smell. Sweet, sweet smell.
Backplate here. That's one nice thing with Alphacool is they provide you a backplate. EK doesn't provide backplates with their water blocks, but they, in every situation I've seen, the stock backplate that comes with the graphics card has always been able to be reattached. Never had to buy their $40 custom backplate. Yeah, $40, $50 for theirs, just for the backplate. Wow. So what was avoided that cost here is that Alphacool gives it to you. Got a bag of goodies in here, so it's nice to have plenty of goodies.
Nuts and screws and wires.
This is all this packaging. So it came in all okay. Came in this corrugated cardboard thing, or what you want to call it. This weave of cardboard, then filled with popcorn inside a big box, inside of this sleeve, inside of that box, then inside of this bubble wrap. With another bag inside of that.
You know. You do like bags.
Well, full plexi design. See, that's one thing other than performance what I don't like about Corsair's water blocks is they don't have any plexi. They're all black with like a center window that's a plexi or acrylic. And I've always liked the full length plexi. The one series, I believe it was for the 1070 or 10 series NVIDIA cards. 8K had a plexi block, but they had a metal plate on this other half. I never understood why they would ruin the aesthetics of a full plexi water block with a metal plate. But what do you think of that?
Mm-hmm. That is nice. Could probably put some fish in there.
Even with the EK's water blocks, this portion here is always like a flat matte plastic. You don't get to see the water flow through this portion, and on Alphacool you do. So I like this presentation. You really see the interesting channel design that they've gone through, and you're really curious about the engineering process they go through to develop, their channels and the flow, and even underneath.
All those O-rings.
You can see that the cold plate here has grooves. There's a grooves pattern in there, not just the channels. There's a circular channel set within there. And we have the back. Whew, shiny. Shiny, shiny. Get the GeForce RTX logo on the top. Nice. One thing I'd say though is, what do you think about this plexi? Does it seem a little cloudy, or is it just a reflection of the lights? It doesn't seem like super clear plexi.
Sometimes you can see a little more in these lights.
Because if you're looking through the pattern on the table.
But we're seeing through 2 layers of plexi, so it is going to seem a little foggy. Do they use the fire polish on there?
No, that's a Singularity computers. They have the flame polished reservoirs. Yeah, those are beautiful. But you have to be use a white glove to install them. They're so smooth that the slightest scratch is going to ruin all of that. And they are not cheap. Breaking the seal on the $1,400 graphics card. Have this card be in your next build. Contact Aperture Computers on Instagram. Alright, get this out of here. Anything going flying, hopefully. Da-da-da. Right, this long-awaited 30 series. I don't know, it's almost lighter than the water block.
I was going to say, it looks like a brick, though.
The two of these things combined could definitely go through a window like a brick. We have goodies in there.
Yeah. Ooh. An extra shiny on there.
I like when we get the metal ones. Add nice zeal to the case. Little tiny one.
Instruction guides.
Breaking the seal. Da, da, da. Whoa, look. Is that a double or a triple? It's a double. It's actually supposedly like 2.75, which pretty much means 3. And so previous, you have to take that in consideration when you buy your case, that you're getting a graphics card that's going to be possibly 3 base slots wide or tall.
Is that next one?
I don't know. It's some kind of,
An extra bracket brace?
it looks like it's an anti-sag bracket.
Ah, which is smart.
Usually goes on like the corner, the far corner or something when you mount it like this, but we're not really ditching this whole radiator here for the water block. All of it is gone, which is, when you look at this, it makes up about 4/5 of this whole thing. Once the air cooler is off there, there's almost nothing left.
Well,
To the
it is
bulk
a
of
pretty
this.
nice looking radiator system.
Look at the radiator in there. That
Look at that solid copper block in there.
just 2 generations ago, graphics cards, the water blocks were not like this. I mean, they had the triple fans and they had quite big radiators, but the whole radiator block. Did I say water block? The whole radiator block they were not this big. See all the copper, all the tubing, joining the areas together. The back plate. Have the pins for RGB control on the end. Overclock, normal switch right here. So I'm curious. I actually have to look it up. I knew that they had these switches now. Some of the cards have an overclock. Now I'm wondering, do you have to put it in overclock mode to manually overclock it, or can you still overclock it from the normal mode? And follow-up question:
You would think.
do you get better
first, right?
overclocking if you do it manual from the overclock mode, or is it better from the normal? I know with the case of motherboards, when you're overclocking your CPU, you want to turn off any of that automatic turbo control and stuff like that. You want to have,
So you
want to manually set that maximum, and you want to have it running that full speed as much as possible.
I like the
Honeycomb.
feel to it. Got bigger ones, smaller ones. I think that actually has a lot to do with the heat distribution too. I'm sure. Like we're getting a lot of heat right here.
I think, yeah, I mean,
Let's put a whole
I think
bunch
it's a
of
great
holes in
idea.
it.
That's the thing with backplates, is they've always been totally solid.
They do.
I've always wondered, like, why not?
Keep a lot of heat in.
Why add an expense, especially an EK? Buying an additional backplate that's passively cooled. Supposedly, it helps with passively cooling the backside. I don't know how much how much there is to that, but putting holes in the backplate so the air can escape, so you can have your case fans can reach it.
Look at that big old copper plate right in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. This water block's half or less of half of what that radiator is. Especially with that back plate.
I think it's got to be the thickest water block out of all of them that I've seen.
Is it because it was made for the 3090 and the ITs?
I don't know. Maybe it's just how like I said, I've never done an Alphacool water block before. I've always done EK, but look at the thickness of the plexi on that. That is ridiculous. I wonder if that's absolutely necessary.
Well, the more water you can get in there, the more water that you can distribute the heat into.
I mean, you're right, because there's 2 layers, right? So there's basically the bottom layer, which has the channels that are milled into it, and then you have a top layer, which is basically a cap to all those channels. So, everything seals against the top layer, and the top layer is only what do you say, 1/4 inch, versus the lower being about 3/4 inch, maybe almost maybe 7/8 of an inch. That is a thick material. Heavier, I think heavier, but not by much. But I bet you, I mean, that the cooler on this is 9/10 of the way. Once this thing is off the board itself, it weighs almost nothing. But anyways, I started to say I was happy to see that it looks like a standard 2 slot, even though I'm almost positive it claims it's 2.75. I don't know why they call it 2.75.
Just call it 3.
There's no 3/4 of a slot. You're taking over, filling a slot, you're filling a whole slot. There's no room. You're not going to be able to use that extra 1/8 or whatever, 1/4. I mean, so this, we're planning on putting the 011D Liam Lee case. Probably the most popular case in the world. We've been sitting on it, waiting to try and get some stock in so we could make a build with that case. And we at one point actually had
RGA?
we had an AMD card.
AMD.
Well, which one I can't remember which one we had, but it was the rival for the
6900.
That's right, but it was the XT, right?
The XT.
Good memory, 6900
IT
XT,
version
yeah.
of this.
And so that was basically just as expensive as this, but it was the
15
base
something.
model. This is an extra $200 because it's the For the Win 3 edition, which is generally is accompanied by a larger board altogether. It's not the reference board.
Yes, because we can give it what? More power.
More power, and then of course we have 3 8-pin power connectors on here instead of 2 8-pins, or what was before that was an 8 and a 6-pin with a little dangler too.
Right, so you
And then
can
it was
put some
2 8s.
extra light stuff.
Now 3 8-pin connectors. That is a beast amount of power. Of course, you got to have a 750 watt power supply for this.
Just the minimum.
Yeah, so I wonder if with overclocking, if you would actually want to
start
go
getting bigger power supplies if
like
you
consider.
use it.
Yeah, have yet
If you can
to
use it,
pick
it's
out.
worth it.
We've yet to pick out the power supply for this build actually, because I figured that
Probably should go with
comes
the
quickly
8 at least.
But yeah, maybe we might want some overhead because you're gonna be overclocking the CPU and the GPU. So I might consider having some headroom there.
And not too much to where you over crank it and you're just paying for more electricity
Yeah, it's just
with
a waste
no
of money.
benefit.
We're gonna call this here the end of the unboxing for this, but we're gonna start again. We'll have the assembly, the actual installation of the water block for the GPU here. Once again, thanks everyone. See you soon.